I love all these prayers for Kanye, even though, like, he got out and the first thing he did was went and go have a meeting with Donald Trump, which just tells me that we need to pray for him even harder.
Are you cold?
It's gnarly outside.
It's pretty gnarly. Let's see. 25 degrees.
And that's not even with the wind chill. It is windy outside.
It's windy. All right, well, that onesie's gonna keep you warm.
It's the warmest thing I have.
Well, all right, let's go. Good morning, by the way. Mom, your Uber will be waiting.
All right.
We'll pull up the app. It's called iMessage.
Okay.
And we'll be shortly there to get you.
All right. I'll be as soon as I'm literally will be done.
Okay.
I want to leave right when I'm done. So.
Okay. All right. We love you. He says, "Don't go, mommy." All right. Oh, tell me about it. Let's take off those gloves. I know that's annoying. Wow. 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 Okay, so we had dropped Olivia off at the corporate office down in the West Village in the city. And she had like an hour-long thing to do, maybe a little bit longer. It always takes just a little bit longer with both of our things. But we are back in the warm car picking her up. But what we did was, Harper and I went to Le Pan Quotidien. I don't know if we've ever talked about that place before. They have several of them all over the city, even in different places. But they're kind of a Belgian, French kind of place. Lots of nice breads and oatmeal and great breakfast and fruit and lots of organic food and really, really, really great. And so Harper and I went and had a nice leisurely lunch in the village. He had a big bowl of really good fruit and some bread, and I had oatmeal with berries and coffee. They have great coffee there. They bring you like a little thing of coffee, a little, what do they call it, pot of coffee, but it's a small pot. It's so cute. We actually bought some of the things to have at the house because they're so fun. But anyway, I might have had a few pieces of Harper's bread. Just saying. And then, so we're waiting in the warm car. Now, I had to get it. We found a parking place at a block and a half from Le Pan. But, you know, it is so cold, 29 degrees and really lots of wind. So I got that sucker all bundled up. Gloves, hat, everything. And, you know, now you can't let them wear the big puffy coats in the car seat. So you had to put the coat on and then take it off when I put him back in. But update, he wore the gloves, even though a couple times he tried to put his thumb, but he was like, oh. So that was encouraging. So anyway, we're just waiting for Mom now. I'm gonna head back to the house, a couple hours, and then we'll head back out to church. It's normally our rehearsal night, but tonight is a Christmas party. We have an open mic night, so people are gonna sing and do stuff. I'll probably do a couple songs, and of course you can come along with us on that. And Mom has to teach. And yeah, Thursday, cold, frigid Thursday. Right, Harper? And we'll have 4 ducks. He's doing that so good. Yeah. Is it time to go, Mom?
It's time to go.
Is it time to go?
Let's go.
Say, tell Mommy you had a good time at Le Pan.
Did you have a good time?
You ate your fruit and your bread. And you said hi to everybody.
Said hi.
And you colored.
You colored.
And there was a wreath way up high up on the light fixture, and he kept looking at his head all the way back going, wow. Wow.
This is so good.
It was so good.
Mama loves you.
Let's go home.
work makes the dream work. What's your favorite Pandora radio station?
I have a top 3.
I'll take all 3.
Okay, Michael Jackson radio.
Duh.
Hip hop barbecue.
Duh.
90s R&B.
Duh. I think we are music soulmates. Totally.
Oh yeah, because you get a little bit of everything.
You got Kristen over here really fast. I just went really fast. You can't even see it. It's just like a blur. It's like a blur. Oh, okay.
I just released my new headshots, man.
Did you?
I have an
I love
image
it.
of a pro.
I need new headshots. I need an image to uphold.
Where are we getting ready to go, people?
Oh, we're gonna go to this little soiree, this little secret party.
A little secret party?
You ever heard of Stacy?
Would it be that Stacy?
Dun dun dun!
Try double tapping the each button.
Wait.
If you some
Don't say you won't be here tonight. Just one last time. Don't say you won't be here tonight. Just one last time. Don't you leave me here alone, trapped in my
your heart be like.
Don't you leave me here alone, trapped in my why can't I? I'm going to Carolina in my life. Rock-a-bye, sweet baby Jane.
From the car. Sorry if it's shaky. It's from the car.
Yeah, it's
and we're on my phone.
fault. I used the vlog camera and I forgot the charger, so it's dead. So we just picked Olivia up from a party, and we wanted to do Q&A Friday from a new locale.
From a new locale.
So hopefully this won't be too jarring for you.
I know. Okay. First question from Melissa Crawford. Hello, Melissa.
Stop wife.
I know.
Melissa,
I know.
up?
1, when did you let go of all your big girl clothes? Was it right after BL? Was there a period of fear that you might have to go back to them and so you didn't want to get rid of them? And then number 2, Todd's question is, we always see your dog but never outside. Do you take him or her out for a walk or strictly inside only? Okay, so two awesome questions. First answer is yes, I did get rid of all my big girl clothes. I actually got rid of them. I came home halfway through my weight loss journey on Biggest Loser for like 11 days over Christmas. And I'd already lost 59 pounds. And I cleaned out my entire closet and gave everything away over that Christmas. So the only thing I had was the things I came home from the ranch. And I was really terrified to get rid of everything, but I just thought to myself, I didn't want to leave any sliver of possibility of going back to either that behavior or that that there would even be an option that I would have like gotten big enough to get, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, absolutely.
And then in my mind, I was always like, and then if heaven forbid that did happen, then I would have to face the realization that I had to buy new clothes, and I would prefer obviously not to have to do that. So
And you got to keep like one thing. Like I kept a pair of pants.
They're still in my closet. I kept like my biggest size so that I have them to remind me, you know. But like I didn't keep them.
Yeah.
And then question number 2, yes, Belle has a very interesting story. When it's warm outside, we have a little courtyard out front that we take her out periodically, not every day, but periodically, just to like run around and be outside. She is pee-pee pad trained. I think I said this in one of the earlier vlogs.
I had to cut that out.
Oh, yeah. She, when we got her, our other 2 dogs, which were never in the vlogs, which is kind of sad. We had 2 other Chihuahuas, Sweet Pea and Macintosh. Sweet Pea, we had to put her to sleep last Christmas, remember?
Oh, yeah.
Last December. And Macintosh, was it February, January? March. Oh, yeah, March. They were both 18. So by the time we got Belle, they were already over 10, and they were just old dogs and would have like periodic accidents if we were gone at any length of time. So we would always keep the pee-pee pad out, and this was before we lived in New York. Well, Belle just got used to having that access to that pee-pee pad. So when they both passed away, it was like, at this point, she's had access to it for so long that, and especially during the wintertime when it's like 20 degrees outside, you just can't take a Chihuahua outside unless you bundle them all up and have shoes and the whole 9. Also, Belle, the other 2 dogs, we took them on walks, and they loved to go on walks and everything. Belle is a rescue. I think we said this before, and the situation that we got her from, there was an accident in the household, and they could no longer take care of because one of the caretakers was just completely like almost to the, like, had an accident, fell down, had an accident, almost went to a coma. It was like this whole thing. And so they had to put her, she was a very rambunctious little Chihuahua when she was little. So they put her in the backyard and they tied her up. And not out of being mean, you know, I mean, you know, whatever. Long story short, we have worked with her with professionals. We have worked with her for, her whole entire existence with us. And if you put a collar or a leash or a lead or a harness on her, she screams bloody murder.
She sounds like a person.
It's really terrifying. Like, it's disturbing. Like, she just has such PTSD, and so many trainers have tried to work with her and desensitize. Believe me, if there is an option or there was some kind of, we have tried it with her. So unless she's in a closed place like a dog park or something like that, we just, you can't take her on a walk because she can't get on a lead. And so it's, that part is really hard. She's primarily an inside dog, obviously. Like I said, when it's warm outside, you know, we've taken her to the dog parks. We do like enclosed area where she can run around. We'll do that. She loves that. But during the wintertime, she's primarily in this house, inside dog. So, but we give her lots of love to make up for it.
Lots of love.
Yeah. Okay, Sidge. Hi, Sidge.
Hi, Sidge.
First of all, hello. Let's see. Olivia, you mentioned probably not living in New York forever. What are some cities, states where you have thought about moving to? I always like to hear other people's thoughts since I'm not quite settled myself yet. We came from Nashville, and we've definitely talked about possibly moving back there, maybe.
We talked about Atlanta.
Yeah, I would love
We'll
to live
see.
in Atlanta.
I mean, you know, the thing is somewhere it has to be a Soul Cycle at this point. So there's not a Soul Cycle in Nashville, Atlanta, although they're thinking about doing it.
Yeah, it's kind of on the long-term list, I think, for them.
Yeah,
So that's a possibility.
That's a possibility.
I would go, I know we've talked about it numerous times over the years. I think we both would go to California, you know.
Yeah. Or even the Texas ones.
Texas, possibly.
Maybe. Or London.
Oh, well, I mean,
If they open a London one.
that would be kind of cool.
I would just want Harper to have a British accent.
Well, yeah, definitely. So those are like a few places. I mean, you know, we're always, but I think more than anything, we just want to be in the right place, wherever that is.
Yeah.
And I'm open to whatever that looks like. From Debbie, will I share my journey to decide to become a Soul Cycle instructor and provide advice and suggestions for those interested in becoming a spin cycle instructor in a region where Soul Cycle isn't located? It's actually a really good question. Basically, when I got off of Biggest Loser, I talked to Ben about kind of like what I was going to do. And and it was that discussion. Are you going to go back to singing? Am I going to start immediately auditioning? Am I going to take some time off? Blah, blah. And I just didn't know. I felt very confused when I got off Biggest Loser, not in a bad way, actually in a very good way. For the first time in my life, I was like, oh, wow, like the world is my oyster kind of thing, which probably is kind of embarrassing, but it really was. Like for so many years, I was like, well, singing is the only thing I'm good at. And it's the only schooling I've had. So that's the only option I got. So I think that also gave me a lot of pressure. Like if I don't make it in this, then I'm not going to make it in life. I don't know. So I decided to use some of my money that I won, which when I won the prize off Biggest Loser, I obviously split it half and half with my sister Hannah, because I never would have made it to the end without her and whatever. So I split it with her, and then after taxes and everything, took basically the rest. I had a little bit left, and so I paid myself kind of like a salary for a year, and I just started writing at SoulCycle because I really loved spin. Bob had introduced me to spin when I was on the ranch, and I fell in love with it. And so after about a year, I was like, I really got to decide like what I'm going to do. And one of my very, very, very favorite instructors, her name is Melanie Griffith, funny enough, not the actress, the amazing master instructor, Melanie Griffith at SoulCycle. She's the most amazing person ever. She actually developed a form of cancer and had to start teaching from the floor. So I rode her bike for her on her podium while she taught on the floor. And it just became this really natural partnership. And she was finally one day like, you really, really need to audition. You need to audition to be an instructor. I think while you're figuring out everything, it would be so great. I was kind of like, no, I don't know. But then I was like, yeah, I want to do this. And so I auditioned and I got in. And it's like, now it's a lot harder to get in, especially SoulCycle. But I think if you're really interested in becoming an instructor, the most important thing is to ride regularly. Like, wouldn't you say?
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
Like,
yeah, you see some of the people come in, even people they accepted to the auditions, and they haven't really ridden a lot of classes.
Mm-hmm.
You just don't know.
Yeah. I mean, whatever company you want to work for, I would say take at least 6 months and really dive in as many days as you can make it. If it's at a gym, I mean, ride 5 days a week. Find the instructors that are really popular. Find the instructors that are supposed to be the best. Ride with them. Get to know the practice, the methodology behind it. Start saving up music, and then just start to, talk to the instructors. Oh, I'm interested. Would you be willing to work with me? Blah, blah, blah. If they have an audition process, or sometimes you just have to turn in a resume or whatever. But yeah, and then SoulCycle, they have like a 10-week program that I had to go through, and then you have to do these public community rides, and they kind of grade you, and some people pass and some people don't. So I was really, really fortunate to kind of go through my experience that way. I can't speak for other places. There's a company called Mad Dog, Johnny G, who kind of really is considered like the father of indoor spinning. He has a certification that you can get that most clubs use. I would say like, New York Sports Club or Crunch or Equinox or all the major like national chains use. They all want you to have that certification. So you can go numerous places throughout the country. Most places have, they do that certification. I would get that certification also. I have that. I did it years ago before I became a SoulCycle instructor. So yeah, thank you for that question.
Cool.
I just want to say on a side note, you guys are so awesome. All the amazing love you guys left for Svanveet and Monique. Can we just talk about that?
Absolutely.
Like, how amazing that you guys who haven't even met one another would take a moment out of your day to just just send some love. Like, how amazing is that? Like, people, go ahead.
And I will say, there are even comments, I put it on my personal Facebook. I just always post the vlog every day. And there were some people that left comments from Monique, and I don't even think I'm from Facebook friends with Monique, but that was so sweet.
So nice. I just love that. I mean, I just love that. Oh, and Michelle Zig, she knows. I know her in real life, but she was one of my writers and now is one of my friends. I think I've talked about her before.
Yeah.
Anyways, I loved her comment. I just have to throw this in there that she was saying that Harper was reading Elmo's Little Dreidel. And I'm just going to throw this out there because not a lot of people know this about us. My maternal grandparents were Christian, but they were very, very active in the Jewish community in Houston. And my whole entire life, I got Hanukkah gelt and Christmas presents.
Always Hanukkah gelt.
I miss that Hanukkah gelt.
I miss that Hanukkah
Yeah, we got it every year.
telling ya.
We didn't get the Hanukkah gelt candy. We got Hanukkah gelt actual
got
cash.
the candy and the cash.
Right. But I loved it because my entire growing up, and especially in relation to my faith, I was always taught about Judaism and all the different holidays and what they were for and like why they were celebrated and like, you know, and I think it just is like really, really special, and I want to do that for Harper. Like we got our menorah out, we're gonna like do, you know.
Yeah, because I mean that's the thing. Jesus was Jewish. So.
Right, and it's funny. My grandmother always used to be like, "Excuse me, Jesus was a Jew. He was not the blonde-haired,
He
blue-eyed."
would have celebrated all these holidays.
Right. So it is kind of cool, and it really does take your faith a little. If you're a Christian, it takes your faith a little deeper to really understand kind of your heritage because you know it's your heritage. I always loved it. My Lala, we called her Lala. My Lala would always. I mean, she loved Jewish people so much. Like it was the sweetest, most precious thing ever. And she would walk up to people and like grab their wrist and be like, "Do you see this?" First of all, she was so endearing that most people didn't care, and I would always be like, "Oh, that's so offensive. Like, don't say that." She would always like, "It's not offensive." She was like, "They've got the blood of the Messiah in their arms." Like, she would always look at people's arms and be like, "Do you see this? You got Jesus' blood running through your veins or whatever." I was like, Lala, and she's like, "I know, but it's the truth, you know." So it just always cracked me up. So when Michelle zigged, when she said that the other day, I just want you to know that Harper will be raised. He will know all the Judaic holidays. We will make sure that we teach him all of those. So I've talked a whole bunch. Ben hasn't talked hardly any. Do you have anything you want to add?
No, I think all that you've said is so good.
I don't know about that.
It's so good. No, it's good.
It's good.
Commenting
Harper.
on comments.
All right.
Oh, wait, I do want to say one thing. This is El Zed. I believe I'm pronouncing your name right. You're from South Africa, and you saw the South African flag on my computer, and she was excited about that. Also want to say that that's from my friend Sean. That's Kate's dad. He's from South Africa, and he gave me that very special sticker. So that's why I have it on my computer.
We love
Just
Sean and Leslie and their baby Kate.
And he has a great accent. He really does.
I'm sure she does too.
I bet you do have a great accent. But yeah, Sean goes to the church. He does stuff with us, but then he also works in sound and stuff that...
I would love to go to South Africa someday.
Oh yeah, we've talked about, Sean and I are always joking about doing a little tour because he knows a lot of little churches that, you know, places that we could play and stuff like that.
I'll say yes.
Like, South African tour, let's do it.
When
the album comes out.
Let's do it before Harper's 2 so that he can fly for free.
Sounds good. On that note,
I think we're done.
I think we're done.
Happy Friday, guys. We'll see you. Oh, no. Happy Thursday. They'll see this on Friday.
It's on Friday, but we'll see you tomorrow.
We'll see you tomorrow. I was going to say, we'll see you tomorrow
I mean,
anyways.
just, you know,
All right,
okay.
guys.
All
We'll
right.
talk to you later.
Bye.
Bye. I'm even harder.
Exactly. This is turning into sort of Q&A Friday, but a commenting on comments.
I know. I just realized that I was... because, see, I normally don't get to hold the phone. Ben always does it.
She's holding the
So
phone, she's
I'm
holding the
commenting on
camera.
comments. That's like my favorite thing to do, to like read. Oh, see, okay.